Today, though, one of the first potential vaccines against COVID-19 to be developed in Canada began human clinical trials in Toronto. If that vaccine is approved by regulators, the company also says it can be manufactured in this country, a first. Brad Sorenson is the CEO of Providence Therapeutics, the company that developed the vaccine. I spoke to him from Calgary. Hi, Mr. Sorenson. Good to have you on the program. Thanks for making the time.
Thank you.
Your vaccine has, or the candidate, I should say, has started human clinical trials. What does that mean for the overall timeline? Like, when you're looking outwards, what can you tell us about how fast this could actually become a reality?
Yeah, so now that we've entered phase 1 and we've begun dosing volunteers, we'll have that completed in about 2 months. And then we would like to roll into phase 2, 3, beginning in May. If that all goes according to plan, we could be looking to conclude by the end of this year and looking to get emergency use authorization, end of year, early in 2022.
And the vaccine itself, the candidate itself, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it's similar to the mRNA ones, for example, like the Moderna one. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's the same class of vaccines. Providence is an mRNA vaccine company, and we use, we have some proprietary design as we make the mRNA, but for all intents and purposes, it does the same thing that the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccines do.
Okay, so if you're looking at late 2021, early 2022, production is also something that's on everyone's minds right now. Supply is on everyone's minds. And my understanding is you've acquired a site in Calgary in order to produce vaccines. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so we anticipated that there was going to be challenges, supply. I mean, we've been doing messenger RNA for a number of years now. And to put it in perspective, within the industry with this technology, when the BioNTech vaccine that they partnered with Pfizer, when that was approved late last year, that was the very first messenger RNA drug ever approved, vaccine or otherwise. So there worldwide, there is not an established infrastructure of supply chain for the volumes that people are trying to ramp up. And so we were being involved in this space and being familiar with this space, we know all the same suppliers that they use because we used them as well. And we recognized that there was going to be, stress points and challenges. And so we took the initiative to find a partner, in this case, Northern RNA, to make all of our raw materials that we need for our vaccines. So we're not going to be sourcing out of Asia or anywhere else. We're going to be able to make all the raw materials and make the vaccines here in Canada. And Northern RNA is doing that right now for us, the raw materials, and ultimately they're doing an expansion with that facility in Calgary, where they'll be able to do the final finished product as well. So if, again, right now plans are that by early 2022, we'll be able to produce, hundreds of millions of doses per year that can, be used in Canada or exported to other countries that need them.
Okay, on the last point that you made there, the number, I'm just curious. So you think, for example, when that facility is up and running fully, you expect hundreds of millions of doses will be able to be manufactured in a year?
Yes.
The government has partnered with you in some degrees, but I've also read a piece, for example, in the Globe and Mail where you said you didn't even heard virtually nothing from the government between March and mid-August. What is their involvement in this? Is there involvement?
So we tried extremely, aggressively to try and get the attention of the government for the first half of 2020, really with not much success. We made the decision to just proceed at risk ourselves and let our capacity speak for ourselves. Let the data show, we know what we're doing. And so we took that attitude, and then, ironically, we then got support from the National Research Council for our phase 1 trial, $4.7 million, and we also got $3.5 million from NGen, which is an organization that uses federal money to support advanced manufacturing in Canada. We've spent, well over $10 million. Getting that support is great. We're glad that we got it. We need more support. If we're competing against Moderna, who received billions from the U.S. government, Pfizer and BioNTech that received billions from the European Union, and now it's not unexpected that U.S. and the European Union are saying, hey, we spent these billions of dollars and we want first priority. And that's what we're sort of seeing happen. We've got a solution. We presented it to the Canadian government back in the spring. We continue to work on that solution, and we continue to be open for dialogue so that we can work with them.
Yeah, I just want to delve a little bit into this, if you don't mind, because we cover this issue so frequently on the show. And we've heard, for example, the Prime Minister say, well, we're at the whim of these, and I'm paraphrasing, of these vaccines being manufactured outside of Canada because we can't manufacture it. We are not able to manufacture it domestically. You're telling me that we can manufacture this domestically, but you need more input, more help from the government. Is that true?
We can. We can manufacture these domestically. They cut back on manufacturing for traditional vaccines in Canada. mRNA is not a traditional vaccine. It's all synthetic. It's just chemistry. We're not dealing with any biologic materials. We're not inactivated virus. It's just, we're mixing chemicals and it's synthetic. It's a synthetic process. We've demonstrated, as even as a small company with limited resources, that we can make at GMP grade this vaccine. We've got the expertise, we have the ability to do it, and we just need an audience. We need people to actually listen to what's possible, as opposed to just saying, oh, we can't do it, because we can.
Does it frustrate you at all that audience in the government is not there right now? Like, is it just given even given the topic of the day today, that we are worried about not getting vaccines because they're coming through Europe? Is it hard to get a call? Like, that's what's confusing to me.
I will be shocked and dismayed if I do not hear from the new minister that took over Minister Bain's portfolio next week. I will be shocked and dismayed for what they're facing, and for where we are at, and the capacity that we've demonstrated, and the amount of attention that we've received over this past week. I think there'll be national outrage if they don't start engaging in these type of discussions with Canadian companies.
Okay, Mr. Sorenson, I'll leave it there. I hope to follow up with you after those discussions take place. Thanks for making the time today.
You bet. All the best.
You as well. Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.